Prime Time Local News, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Prime Time Local News. Connor Chan, Elise Darwish here for you, bringing you another great show, including with our question of the day with Aurora opening up in West Edmonton Mall, which is a cannabis store. We asked you on Facebook, should cannabis stores be allowed in malls? And it's pretty even. We'll get to the results later on. But of course, it's very interesting because some liquor stores are in malls per se, but it's more like cannabis is different.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure West Edmonton Mall does have a liquor store in the main floor somewhere. So, I mean, now that it is legal, is it kind of the same thing? Yeah. Stuff like that. So, an interesting topic at least.
Yeah, there's a bit of factors that play into it, but we'll get to that more and more later on in the show. But right now, let's send it over to Brett Holden on location.
Well, today I'm going to be finding out if I can become an Angelina ballerina. And I'll be trying Yogalates as well. I'm here at Core Dynamics, and I'll be going through one ballet class with a couple of different students, and I will also be going through Yogalates class and learning just exactly what's going on in there, and I'll be finding some new muscles as well in my body, so that'll be coming up in this hour and tonight's show. But for now, let's head back into the studio where Elise has a look at your local news.
A new house has been opened up for residents in recovery. Due to the number of men and women on a waiting list for sober living, residents in recovery opened a new house to accommodate 6 men going through the recovery program.
So it was really important that we, work towards alleviating some of the pressure on housing for us individuals wanting to get into recovery and into the program.
With the amount of individuals on the waiting list, residents in recovery plan on opening more housing.
Still have a pretty significant waiting list for men, so we'll be looking at another house yet. As well, we're working at securing some funding. We have a women's house ready to go as well. We're just trying to find funding for that so we can open that up here this month.
Residents in recovery are accepting donations for their women's house. Donations can be made through the Lloydminster Region Health Foundation or by dropping it off at the center. Just indicate that the donation is going for residents in recovery. The Lloydminster and District Co-op has the final number of their Kindness Wins merchandise. The total merchandise sales were over $3,700, with the proceeds going to Beyond Board's Circle of Change, which is a local nonprofit organization that works in both school divisions to promote anti-bullying.
So for us, we actually say we put our money where our mouth is by investing in local charities, including Beyond Borders Circle of Change. It's important because it's part of who we are and what we do and the way that we operate.
Kenorick says it's amazing to see the support of the campaign beyond just the one day, and that being kind has turned into a lifestyle.
So we actually hear kids talking about how to be kind to one another and how to show respect and acceptance and love towards each other. It's not just a one-day thing. It's not just about wearing a color. It's about adopting that lifestyle. So we're really proud to see the movement that it's created and that it's continuing.
The company has been sponsoring the event over 9 years and have raised almost $30,000 for different charities. And since opening its doors in December, the Gold Horse Casino has seen a steady stream of guests. In 3 months, the casino has seen over 100,000 customers, which is more than the casino had expected.
Even our door counts are beyond what we would have thought, but we're probably around 128,000 people through our doors already in this little short time, and we understand that people are, busy this time of the year. Families are busy, people are here, but extraordinary numbers.
The casino is also putting some of that money back into the community, including donating to the Thorpe Center and the Battle of the Badges.
Since we've been open, we put about $48,000 in, just a Gold Horse Casino in general. Well, and prior to that, Gold Eagle Casino, prior to us opening, they've also helped within this community, given sponsorship to the Lloydminster area over quite a few years.
The casino has a few concerts coming up, including Platinum Blonde and the Washboard Union. And now we're going to go to Brett Holden, who is on location today.
Well, we are here at Core Dynamics, and I'm joined by Patty Johnston from here at Core Dynamics. And Patty, let's talk about some of the different things you guys offer. Later on, I'll be going into a Yogalates class of yours, as well as an Angelina ballerina class. So what are some of the other things that you guys offer here?
Well, we offer, obviously, Pilates and dance classes. The Pilates we have for dancers to kind of help with any issues, alignment things, strengthening and stretching for them. And then the majority of them are for adults. So we do daytime classes in reformer, Pilates, mat work, and then privates and semi-privates as well. And we also do some team, like group fitness.
Now, I did mention that I'm going to be going into a Yogalate class of yours in a little bit. What can I expect? What's going on in that class?
Well, Yogalate it's our fusion of Pilates and yoga. And you can expect to be worked out,
good,
stretched pretty good, and yeah, you're gonna find some new muscles, and it's a lot of fun. But it's learning your body. You'll develop a relationship with your body in that class and learn what you need to do for you to strengthen it and
Right, I'm really looking forward to that. So we'll see how that goes, and that'll be coming up in a little bit. We'll have a little bit more as well coming up from Core Dynamics. I'll be joining an Angelina ballerina class, but for now, let's head back into the studio.
All right, thanks very much, Brett. Taking a look at your current temperature right now. Very warm day, very sunny day with the sunshine there. No clouds there, sitting at -12, though with that wind chill, it feels more like -19. We're going to get another few more cold days with the wind chill, but over the week, or as we'll see later on the 7-day forecast, it's going to be very, very nice. Take a look at some records. 6 degrees back in 1988 and -31 back in 1996. As we take a look at some cloud coverage right now, mostly in that Edmonton area, and for us here in the Lloydminster area, it's going to be more of a sun-cloud mix. And then, of course, later on in the week, it's going to be very, very sunny as we get back to, as the spring weather is going to be fast approaching just before we know it. No watches or warnings to report in the area, as, of course, as I meant, with no wind chill or anything like that that's causing that. Take a look at some current temperatures around the region. -12 in Lloydminster, -11 in Edmonton, -5 Edson, -6 out in Whitecourt, -2 in Jasper, -7 in Rocky Mountain House over on Saskatchewan, -12 in North Battleford, -11 in Saskatoon, -13 in Melford, -11 in Prince Albert, and -10 in Meadow Lake, and -8 sitting at Cold Lake. As we go more in depth with our regional temperatures, -24 overnight for North Battleford, but it's going to feel closer to -30. Tomorrow in the daytime high, -13. It's going to feel closer to -18 there with that daytime high. -22 overnight in Cold Lake with some very cold temperatures, but all sunshine tomorrow at -9 for the daytime high tomorrow there. They're going to get a little bit of wind, so it'll feel more in the double digits, more closer to -14 there. For us here in Lloydminster, -21, very cold overnight, so it could be closer to -30 with that wind chill. -12 tomorrow, the daytime high there for us. Take a look at the next 3 days. -11 on Thursday, the daytime high, low in the morning at -21 there, and Friday -8 with all sunshine there, low there of -15. So we're getting closer to that spring weather that we're so anxiously waiting on, but we'll have more weather and more primetime local news coming up later on in the show.
Welcome back. Well, here's another example of how the technology is changing the game, and Gerard Lampow gets a closer look with a big planter.
This is our Horch Maestro. It is a 3115 planter. It is planting technology that we are currently using for corn planting as well as canola and cereals.
One of the really great things about AgriVisions is that you get to see and touch pieces of equipment like this corn planter here.
Well, this is seeding technology. It is a departure from our standard equipment that we would see doing most cereal crops in our area and that. It's bringing the planting technology in to do canola.
Grant Cromery says this planter cuts rates in half, which equates to lower costs. It's a different technology.
It's a high-speed drill, high-speed planting system.
Compared to a regular air cart, Cromery says that the system doesn't plant by pounds per acre.
We're planting by plants, so instead of trying to plant at 5 pounds an acre, we're planting at 2.1 an acre, but really we're trying to plant at 200,000 seeds per acre, not on a weight volume.
Seeds need to be put in the ground at the optimal depth in time to benefit from a short growing season. This technology moves the conversation to number of plants or seeds put in the ground per hour. Definitely not your granddad's tractor.
8 miles an hour opposed to the 4.5 to 5 at best of a conventional planter or seeder.
Gerard Lampow, Primetime Local News.
And that's your egg news. Sports is next, but first we'll take a look at your egg prices.
Every member of the City Centre Auto Body team has been through extensive training. We're constantly upgrading our team's education to reflect current collision repair technique.
Taking a look at local sports now, Sunday the Lloydminster PWM Steelers played their final game on home ice, saying goodbye to 8 graduates of the female midget AAA program. As Josh Ryan explains, it was a perfect send-off as well as final performance as the team enjoys a 2-week break.
Less than 24 hours removed from several players winning on the national stage, the Steelers were out on the ice for another special event to celebrate this year's graduates with their families in attendance.
Our parents are the people who get us here, and I mean, they pay for it, and they drive us before we can drive, and they're always here to support, so it's nice to have them here.
This made for a particularly memorable ending to the regular season.
Definitely one of our biggest crowds, and I know like my whole family was here to present me the roses, the flowers. Yeah, we got at the start of the game, and it was awesome.
The Steelers are a confident group with several accomplishments already in 2019.
We've grown so much this year, winning these tournaments. We won that tournament in January, which just was a huge step for our team.
Several players will spend most of the next 2 weeks at home before they begin preparation for the provincial championship on March 22nd.
We're feeling pretty good if we just stay as a group and gonna rest a little bit, keep our practices intense.
And the break begins with the best possible feeling.
We left on a good note, and now we're gonna go into provincials with a high.
Josh Ryan, Primetime Local Sports.
And now we're going to go to Brett Holden, who is on location today. Ready? Hands on your hips. And go. Skip, skip, skip. Good job. Okay, McKinley, go. Skip, skip, skip. Good job. Okay, Kara, go. Hands on your hips. Okay. Okay, Hadley, come on. Skip, skip, skip. Keep going. Good job. Okay, Harley, ready? Go. Skip, 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 skip. Okay, Brett, go. Skip, skip. Okay. Good job. Okay, let's go back to this part. Okay, Harley, go. Show me. They mostly run. Okay, Hadley, come on. Gallop, gallop, gallop. Good job. Okay, leave the fairy hand alone.
So toe tip?
You point your toe, and you just gallop in front.
Okay.
Yeah, and go. There you go. Now he's got it.
Much better.
Good. Okay, we're gonna do our rocks. Back up. Back up. Ready? Make sure it's in the hand by the window. Ready? And rock. 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 Hold. And then you're gonna do circle. 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 Switch hands to the door. Switch. Switch. Hold it there. And circle. 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 Okay, now switch hands. We're gonna go above. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bend. Stretch. Bend. Stretch. Point. Open. Ready? And bend. Stretch. Bend. Stretch. Point. Close. Close your toes. And just bring your arms up all the way to the top. And open. Good job, girls. Excellent.
That was a really big workout.
Wait till you do the next one. Bend, 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 big jump. 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 Good job.
Well, this was my Angelina ballerina class, and I think we did very good. What do you guys think? Good. That'll do it for Angelina ballerina, but coming up next we will be in Yogalate, so that'll be coming up. But for now, let's head back into the studio.
I don't know if I can do weather after seeing that. That's just that's classic there, Brett Holden. That's maybe stick to doing some news there, bud. All right, take a look at some current temperatures right now. -12 for Lloydminster, Vermilion, Vegreville, Marwayne. -10 out in Bonnyville and Lac La Biche. -8 in Cold Lake. -11 out in Edmonton. -12 also in Wainwright. -12 Maidstone. -12 North Battleford. -11 St. Walburg. -13 Meadow Lake. -11 Green Lake. And -13 out in Isle La Crosse. Take a look at some other temperatures. -14 in La Loche. -14 Buffalo and Arrows. -13 in La Ronge. -15 out in Walston Lake and South End as well. Shifting over more out west. -10 in Slave Lake, -9 in Peace River, -13 in Fort McMurray, -12 in Fort Chipewyan, and -13 out in Grand Prairie. Over down south, -12 in Lethbridge, -13 in Medicine Hat, -3 in Banff, -9 in Calgary, -12 in Coronation. Over in Saskatchewan, -13 in Swift Current, -10 in Moose Jaw, -11 in Regina, -10 in Estevan, and -11 in Kindersley and Yorkton. As we take a look at temperatures for tomorrow, -12s across the board for us, same as right now, excuse me. -12 in Lloydminster, Maidstone, Vermilion, Wainwright, -11 down there in Provost, -10 in Macklin, -13 in North Battleford, -11 in Edmonton and Vegreville, -11 in St. Paul also, -9s across up north in Bonnyville, Cold Lake, -8 in Lac La Biche. Now, it's going to be much warmer, as we'll see in the next 7 days there. Take a look at some snow accumulation. There is no snow reported into the forecast over the next couple days here. If anything, it's just going to be more wind and that blowing snow that we've been used to seeing over the last couple months or so. Take a look at the school day forecast, though. -21 when you wake up tomorrow, so it'll be pretty cold. -17 at recess time, -15 at lunchtime, -13 at home time for that walk or drive home or the bus ride home. Still very cold, but still with that wind chill, but it's going to be all sunshine, so it's going to feel very, very nice just to have some sunshine over the next couple of days. As we'll see in the 7-day forecast, -11 tomorrow, -11 on Thursday with the high there, with the low in the -21 into the morning. -8 on Friday with all sunshine there, low there of -15. -5 on Saturday with low there of -15. -16 on Sunday with some sun and cloud mix there. -1 on Monday, very, very warm there with a little bit of wind chills, which could be a little colder. And -1 on Tuesday with mostly cloudy skies. So we're getting closer as we're getting into single-digit temperatures, but we'll have more primetime local news coming up after the break.
And now we're going to go to Brett Holden, who is on location today.
Well, we were just in Angelina ballerina class, and now we are in Yogalates, and I'll kick it over to Patty, who will teach us more about Yogalates.
All right. Well, let's get everybody laying down. We're going to start with neutral pelvis and spine. So you want to have a little mouse hole in that lower back, feet hip distance apart. Tightening up your transverse, you're going to take a deep breath, and you're going to pull hips and ribs together in the front. Good, and then inhale, stretching back to neutral. And exhale, pull hips and ribs closer together, tightening up the stomach. Good, and inhale, lengthen back to neutral. And exhale, imprint, hips and ribs closer together. Good, inhale, lengthening back to neutral. Bring the shoulder blades back towards the spine, armpits towards the hips, long through the top of the head and neck. Good, breathe in. Starting at the other end, chin to throat, push up out of the shoulders, lifting the rib cage towards the ceiling. Tuck the tailbone, it's the same thing again, yep, just starting from top to bottom this time. There you go, push up here a little bit more, here a little bit more. Yep, then hold there and deep breath. Exhale, let your head come out first. So think like a turtle coming out of a shell. Bring your head out of the shell. Bring your shoulder blades towards your spine. Armpits slide down towards your hips and longer through the tailbone. That's it. Breath in. And then exhale. Nose and pubic bone towards each other. Push up out of the ribs as hard as you can. Abs in. Taking in a nice deep breath. And exhale. Reach the top of the head away from the tailbone as you lengthen out. Good. Deep breath in there, everybody. Backs of the knees as straight as you can, trying to press those heels down into the floor. And then you want space between your ears and shoulders. Okay, taking in a deep...
make these noises.
We make all sorts of noise here, yeah. Take a deep breath and reaching the right leg out and behind you.
Oh my goodness.
Lift it up as high as you can get it.
Let's see if I can do this.
You can do it, you can do it. Yeah, so stretching through here. Then you're gonna hold your hips, you're gonna bend the knee. Keep the thigh lifted as much as you can, and then you're going to try and tap your left shoulder with this foot. Oh. Nobody's gotten there yet. I keep saying the first one there wins. And 1. Deep breath, and lengthen the lower. Good, good, good.
I like this lengthen and lower half.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for letting me invade. Appreciate it.
No problem. I loved having you. It was good.
Thank you. All right.
Wow, we're just getting a kick out of
That's
watching Brett
really
Holmes
hard
do
to
that.
do. Yogalates is tough. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Well, good for him to do that. Well, it's time for our question of the day segment. So we asked, are you in favor of allowing cannabis stores in malls? And this is all on the heels of West Edmonton Mall opening up a cannabis store. We asked a poll on Facebook. 57% of you said yes, and while 43% said no. Just want to read a few comments. Yes, as long as it doesn't smell horridly when I'm walking by it. Others say if you can buy booze at a mall, there should be no reason why you shouldn't be able to sell cannabis. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it. And I was talking to Heather Klages on our radio break this afternoon and saying that, you know, there are younger people that will walk a mall. It's a public place, right?
Right.
And, you know, the smell could, I mean, as long as they're just respectful of everyone around their surroundings and know the demographic that walk through, there shouldn't be a reason not to allow that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, with it is being legal now, it can be there, so it makes sense. And yeah, the liquor store is in the mall too, so I get why it is, because it is a mall and the demographic.
Right.
So it can be a touchy subject.
I guess just to correct, I guess it's more, the liquor store more adjacent to the mall, but still in that mall area. But I mean, you were mentioning that there could be that one, and there's that one in West Edmonton Mall.
Yeah, I think there is one. I haven't been in West Edmonton Mall in a long time. I think it was by I don't even know if HMV is still a location, but I think it was kind of down in.
Yeah, there are some of those areas, yeah, and then of course there's maybe other secondary stores that sell that as well. But just a few more comments that, you know, one more comment that there's hundreds of stores in the mall. No one goes in everyone. So, and then there's other one where it's, you know, some have it, and then one woman did have an issue with it, because I guess, you know, maybe it's also for the people that say no, it's more of an influencer, and maybe you're trying to market to younger, or
maybe they just want to keep it as like a separate store and just keep it as what it is, and then not having to bring it into a really public location, maybe.
Yeah,
so yeah,
exactly.
I get it.
We'll see what happens over the next little bit here, but let's turn to something that I think we all agree on, and that's pets, that's animals, and of course let's take a look at our 5 pets for the day.
Oh my
goodness.
This is
Dundee.
Dundee is so cute.
Look at that hat.
Yeah.
That hat on there.
Maybe
Very
he won't
adorable.
need that for very long.
No,
after,
he
hopefully.
won't. But no, he won't. Up next we have Mark. Submitted there by Scott in
Mark.
his SpongeBob hoodie. He's just chilling.
He's so cute. Look how relaxed he is with his little front paws.
I know, very, very cute.
Oh my goodness.
Next, this is Mary Kate. Submitted there by Ashley, like the Olsen twins.
Yeah.
Like one of the Olsen twins.
Yeah, one of, yeah.
Next up, we have Nini and Fred.
Oh, just relaxing in the sun.
Oh, they're very adorable. Of course, there's one smaller one there. And last but not least, this is Steve.
Steve, lots of cats in sinks. We get a lot of that.
But
Is that where they like to hang out?
Yeah, that's a thing. I've seen that possible. Well, your pet was shown on here today. You're automatically entered to win a Lloydminster Pet Pad gift card, which we're giving away at the end of the week. So if you want your pet to have a chance to win $50 to Pet Pad, send in those pet pictures.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to have them featured on Pet of the Day. Your name will be entered into a weekly draw for a gift certificate from the Pet Pad.
I'm Abby St. John, and joined here today is local restaurant owner, That BBQ Place in Sherwood Park, Alberta, Bruce St. John. How are you doing today?
Good, Abby. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So tell me a little bit about why you decided, or how you decided to get into the restaurant business.
Well, my best friend Dave, known him for over 30 years, and this has been a hobby of mine for over 30 years. So he's had a few of my barbecues, and he loves it. And he came back from a trip from down south. He travels to the States a lot, and barbecue's just so huge down there. It's like Tim Hortons here. It's every street corner has a barbecue place. And he came back from one such trip, and we were sitting in my backyard actually having a barbecue. Our wives were inside, and he had an idea. He said, hey, would you like to open a barbecue restaurant here in Sherwood Park? So I thought about it, we discussed it, we did some research. After a few weeks, we thought we could probably do it. So then we asked our wives if, you know, should we go ahead and do it? and they were fully supportive. And that's what we did. We started looking around for a location. We found one we liked. We ended up designing it, building it, and that's just how we started. He was the business side. I was the hands-on, you could say pitmaster, the cook. It's all homemade recipes that I've been doing over the years, and yeah, we just did that. So far, it's been a good experience.
So tell me a little bit about the process of getting into it. Like, what did you have to do to actually get ready to open?
To get open, oh, geez, that was very long, 3 months. It was working 7 days a week. Like I say, we built this place. It was an empty shell. Getting all the supplies, finding out the right suppliers, actually, and getting set up and learning the process, because it was a huge learning curve since we've never had a restaurant or worked in a restaurant before. And it was a long 3 months to the point of opening, and then it was a long 7 months to a year, especially the first year. I mean, we made a lot of mistakes, but we corrected a lot, and we're still learning. So yeah, it was tough. It was fun, but it was tough.
And being local, do you find that is a big challenge for you?
Oh, the local residents here in Sherwood Park, plus all the surrounding communities, such as Lloydminster. It's only a couple hours away, but I have so many regulars from Lloydminster. It's awesome. Edmonton, Beaumont, St. Albert, all around the area. The locals here love it because it's locally owned. I've lived here for over 20 years. I just live down the road. So community is very supportive. I've had regulars coming here, for most of them since the day I've opened, and it's been almost 6 years now. So, and it's nice. They don't want to see me go, and I just try to keep them happy. So.
And do you find that coming up with new ideas is challenging as well, or do you find that they like the new ideas?
It can be challenging sometimes. Once in a while, I will throw something out there, and I get the reaction. If it's good, I'll keep it on. If it's not, then we'll try something different. Most people, they like what I have. They like the simplicity of my menu. It's not huge. It's just basic homemade cooking, which they know they're going to get consistently good.
Okay, well, we will be back in the next hour to talk a little bit more about recipes and meals.
Well, tonight we are here at Core Dynamics, and I just got out of a Yogalate class. Everyone kind of filed out pretty quickly, considering just how much pain I went through. But with this class, Yogalates, I did learn a lot about the different muscles that are in my body, and I found some new ones as well, and some new uses for those as well. So that was where I was at this hour. Coming up in the next hour, we will have a little bit more from here at Core Dynamics, as well as talking to Patty Johnston more about Core Dynamics and some of the things they offer here. So that'll be coming up. For now, let's head back into the studio where Connor and Elise will wrap up the first hour of tonight's show.
All right, thanks very much, Brett. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast one last time. -12 on Thursday, the low there at -21, -11 on Thursday, the low of -21 also, -8 on Friday with that all sunshine, and -5 on Saturday, -6 on Sunday, and -1 on Sunday, Monday. The lows there are kind of not as bad as they were over the last few weeks.